How and where did you find this job?
I found it in Oakland, College Ave, 100, 200 shops, and I just went down, checked out the shops that had graffiti, talked to the owner or the manager, asked for him. So I thought, hey, you know, it's a jeweler, they want to show off their stuff. Nasty scratch tag on their window. I said, hey, I could take that right off. He was really interested.
Any closing words before you go to battle?
Victory is mine.
You heard it. A lot of questions that I hear on the phone is what I'm going to try to go over today. Hey everyone, Cole over here. GlassRenu, Mondays with Cole. Even though it is Tuesday today, Monday was yesterday, not a problem though. So, what we're going to go over this episode is we actually have Alex over here for training and certification. Say hi.
How's it going?
Alex Munoz out of Oakland, California. Tell me a little bit about your company.
Fiber-free window cleaning. Been in business about 6 months now, out of Oakland. And I started with window cleaning, just storefronts and shops, and got into residential about 2 months later. And I've been doing that, but now wanted to go back into storefronts, but wanted to make it a little bit more worthwhile. So, and especially here in Oakland, you got a lot of graffiti, got a lot of etching, and so I've heard about GlassRenu WCR, and I've already purchased my system, and I've actually already gotten a job before my system has arrived. So.
But he's in for the training right now, so I'm going to have him replicate and show us exactly what this window looks like, so we can try to get it done right now, and that way when he goes out there, it's going to be no problem, just a cakewalk for him. So go ahead and show me the type of damage that's on there. If the tag is exactly like the one out there, then we know you did it.
Sure.
Alright, so we made it out here to Oakland today. It is Friday, and as I come down, I also am delivering his system. Looks like a little kid on Christmas, man. I thought it was still October. But, so we're going to try to take this one out. Not too deep a damage. I mean, you can take a look. I think what we were trying to replicate in the shot is just about what we have here. And if there's a difference, what we did in-house was deeper than what's on the glass here. So this is a single pane, it looks like. I would guess probably a 1/4 inch thick by the looks of it. The thing you're probably not going to see on the camera is that there are micro scratches throughout this entire piece of glass. And what I think is going to be interesting at the end is once we finish this, you're going to be able to see that there's a lot of scratches on the inside of the glass too. A lot of scratches on the inside, which is not our fault, you know, so we're just here taking out the graffiti, so we're going to get this taken care of. Here he is, getting started on it right now, getting everything together. What do you think, man? Your first field repair.
I'm liking it. Yeah.
He's got a big smile on his face, folks. What else could you ask for on a Friday morning? And look how nice it is out here too, especially after those couple days of rain. So we really lucked out. Not only did we luck out, come across this job, you just walked right up to him, right?
I walked by, saw the graffiti, walked in, and the attendant was there, and I said, can I speak to the manager about the graffiti on the window? She was like, oh, yeah, sure. So she said, he's right over there, so he was at the end. He came out, and I said, you know, I want to talk to you about the graffiti on your window. And he was like, oh, yeah, it's pretty bad. I said, well, you know, I can completely take that off for you. You don't have to replace the window, it's a fraction of the cost of replacement. And he was like, oh, really? I said, yeah. And I had a brochure, so I handed it to him.
Nice.
He looked at it, about 10 seconds. He was like, well, how much? Came out, looked at it, came back, said about $350.
How'd you come up with that?
Well, I had been casing other places, and I also looked at Cody's video on pricing based on the replacement cost of the window, you know, 1/3 the cost. And then I also thought about how much time it would take, and I gave myself max 3 hours, so I wanted to make at least $100 an hour.
Perfect.
So I came in, told them $350.
$350, so $350 to do this. We've been here, we've been grinding actively for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes now. A lot of the damage is coming out. It's really hard to pick up though, but you can see some of it's still there. We got a little ways to go, but we're getting close.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. And then you were also saying you cleaned some of the windows right next door, right?
Yeah, next door to him is one of my clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now who did you give some estimates to?
On 41st Street, right here on the corner, there's another business, American Cancer Society, Discovery Shop. I walked in there also yesterday, in fact.
Okay.
She was really interested. I gave her the same price, $350, and she was like, okay, I gotta think about it. But
And who should I go talk to when I go over?
for American Society, the manager's Linda.
Linda, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna let you keep grinding. I'm gonna go down and find Linda and see if I can get her out here to come take a look at what we're doing.
Cool.
So again, guys, it's $350 for this pane of glass here. We're using a black disc to get the damage out, and I'm gonna go see if we can get. He's already given bids to the other shops, so I'm gonna go see if I can get a hold of him and get him out here so they can take a look at exactly what Alexis can do for him. 5 are free. Alright, so just walking down the street, we're gonna go take a talking to the other shops here. Let's see if we can find it. Yep, there it is. Well, Linda is not in right now, but she should be here in about 15 to 20 minutes. Essentially, here's another tag Alexis came across. It's really hard to see due to the pink background behind it, but what we have is just some light type of damage, same thing we had over there. It looks like some rock damage, very simple. Now this is a bigger window too. He bid it at $350 as well for this window, which is killer of a deal for them. That's a huge pane of glass. They only have one. So now just coming down the street here, just less than 2 blocks away, here's another store. It's called Issues. They sell essentially magazines and whatnot, but they have 2 graffiti tags on the windows. Now I just went inside to see if anyone was there, but the manager's not. So here's the damage you're gonna see though, if you can see that. See the scratches on there. $250 for that one. And then coming across to this one too, you can barely see it, but another $250 for these as well. So $500 in one store, not bad. But unfortunately the manager's not in, so we're not going to be able to show him the other jobs that we're doing right now. But that's okay, because Alexis is going to come back later and see if we can get him closed and work on this window.
The reactions I get from people as they pass by, watching me grind, it's far different from that when I get when I'm doing window cleaning.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a better reaction. People actually stop and they'll stare and just watch. Window cleaning is kind of like, okay, quick glance, and then walk by.
Well, the best part is, you know, in a downtown area like this, I mean, we're not even in the heart of Oakland right now. We're just on one of a side street, but a nice side street. Look at this cool car, by the way. Sorry. Detour reaction. Alright, cool car. Good part about being on a street like this, you have so many people walking by. And now that we're here earlier too, you have a lot of the owners of these businesses who are walking by too, who would be interested in this. I mean, I know I've recorded a little bit of video of people walking by and just taking a look, but there's one guy who stood behind me for 10 minutes. He didn't want to be in front of the camera, so I just let him sit behind me for 10 minutes. He wouldn't leave, which is fine with me. As long as this man's picking up business, I'll take it. So it's mid-grinding here. It's about, I don't know, 10:45. I'm gonna have to get going in a second. So first of all, thanks for having me out, man.
Thank you.
Glad I was able to come out. Brought you a brand new system. Getting this damage out. It's definitely coming there. It's gonna be done pretty quickly. Very nice uniform haze. I mean, take a look at this. Looks great. Looks really, really good. So what do you think? What are your thoughts?
It's actually easier than I thought it would be. It's going really well. I'm looking forward to seeing the end results.
Absolutely. Any difference between being out here and being in the shop?
You mean out
in the field?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I was out window cleaning, in other words, oh yeah, I got a better reaction here selling graffiti than I have ever gotten with window cleaning.
Absolutely.
And I mean, the payoff is way better.
Yeah, that's what we like too. And right now we're at a total material cost of about $5, I think. So remember, again, we bid this window at $350 and got the okay within about 30 seconds, I think it was. So this is good. It's his first repair ever. I mean, he was just in our warehouse, replicated this job, and it's going great. What did you want to tell the people?
I recommend GlassRenu. It's an excellent service to offer, especially in large cities where you got a lot of people walking by shops and all. You're gonna have scratches that are done, whether it's graffiti or rocks or whatever. And the great thing about it is there's so much to be done. It's just you can just walk down a street and walk into a store because they got graffiti there, and people are interested. They really are interested. You say, I can get rid of that graffiti without replacing the glass. They're like, really? Wow. How much? I'll tell you, I don't get that question too often with window cleaning. I'll come in and I'll say, hey, I can clean your windows. The reaction is more like, well, I got another window cleaner already. Thanks, but no thanks. The reaction I've been getting lately is, oh, really? You can take that off? Well, how much? That's a good step forward. That's an excellent step forward with that prospect. When they say how much, in their mind they're already considering it, and that's something that I've not been getting with window cleaning. So I'm all for GlassRenu. I don't know if you see it, but I am all for GlassRenu.
Dad, look at the smile on this guy's face right now. I mean, this is great. It's looking real good. I mean, just keep doing what you're doing right now. He's staying flat. I mean, he was staying flat right from the get-go. So I'm just glad we got a chance to replicate this thing. Is this pretty much like what we were doing? Oh yeah. There.
In fact, my muscles are kind of getting used to it. I mean, I was sore the day after Tuesday, but now I'm totally fine and everything's looking good.
It's looking great, man. Looking good. And where do you plan to keep marketing this?
Well, this street is chock filled with a bunch of graffiti, and I'm going to go right back to these places, and now that I have pictures, and I'll have an after photo, and I'll have a testimonial from this guy, I'm going to really get something from him. I can go back and say, hey, check it out. I can take care of what you got. I already got several people who are interested. I just got to go back and call them. And, I'm definitely going to be planning to reach out to the AC Transit here. It's the bus system here in Oakland. They got a lot of graffiti on their bus windows, so I mean, I'm thinking save them money replacing the windows, just have me go in and repair them instead. And yeah, there's just a lot. I just got to go out there. There's so many cities around here with graffiti. I'm just going to go walking, offer my services.
And now, 24 years old.
Yep.
24 years old. Started your window cleaning business how long ago?
8 months ago.
8 months ago. Just got the system in his hands today. Already has a job lined up. You bought it at the end, I think it was almost the last day of August.
Yeah,
so here we go. Already starting to get back the return on investment. Even though we were back ordered, he went out, he marketed the service before he even had the tool. How did it feel going out there without even having the tool?
It was a little intimidating at first, but I was so sold on the product that I knew that I could really be able to express my thoughts well and clearly. So when I walked into the first store and I got the reaction that I got, I was confident that I had something very worthwhile selling. And that kept me going for the rest of the stores until I got this sale, and I was like, oh, yes, I got the sale without even having the system yet.
Yeah, I love it, man. Well, this is great. Well, I do got to say, thank you so much for having me out today, and I'm not gonna have after pictures of this yet because we don't have time to get that. I don't have time to get the after picture in the video, but he is gonna finish this, send it to me, and you will see it next time on Mondays with Cole. You will see that after shot, so expect it. And if we don't, we're putting it on him because that means he didn't take the pictures. But I know that's not going to be the case.
No way.
So again, we're in Oakland. Thank you, Mondays with Cole. Thanks for watching. See you next time.